Welcome in, everybody. Ty Bartell in with another edition of Player Profile. This time we're going back to my friends over at Archbishop Hoban with their volleyball team. One of their outside hitters, Skylar Schmidt, joining me today. Skylar, how we doing?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm not doing too bad, and you and this Archbishop Hoban Knights volleyball team isn't doing too bad again. 16-0 record you guys currently are on the season after only losing one match, your last match last season too. Talk to me about just the experience it's been to play with such a fantastic group of girls and a fantastic volleyball team.
Well, so after only losing one person last year, we were able to return most of our team. We did lose a couple more people in that transition, but so we already had that chemistry going. And I've been playing with these girls for a little bit now. And just going into senior year, I know, especially since we have 5 seniors this year, I know we all want to go as far as we can, go to states. That's everyone's goal. And I think that everyone wants it. It shows on the court. Like our last game, we played St. Joe's and we were down 2-0 in sets. And we thought going into the third set, we were just play our game and they're really good. But then we came back and we reverse sweep them, and that was probably one of the best games this season by far. And it just showed our perseverance in a game. Even if we're down, we'll be able to come back. And each practice is so much fun with these girls, and they're some of my best friends. So it's been really good so far.
And you guys have been beating a lot of teams pretty handedly too. If I'm not mistaken, I think that St. Joe's team is the first team that's really tested you guys this year.
Yes.
Would you say it's something you feel like the team needed to kind of experience going forward?
So yes, for sure, because we've never really faced even last year, even though we went undefeated, we didn't face big, strong teams. And this team was, yes, Mags was really good, Mentor was really good, but this was the team that we had an amazing setter, had all around amazing players that we've seen. And I think doing this helped us to prepare. We're going to see this competition going into playoffs. And I think that really helped us prepare and say, hey, we're really good. We can beat these big teams who are, it's very shocking that we would win against, but we did. And we're very good at coming back and shocking the crowds and stuff. So
When you talk about the off-season work that you put into, I know you're a heavy participant in club volleyball as well, but what were some of the things you wanted to work on from the end of last year going into this season to try to help improve yourself, but also help improve the team a little bit?
So definitely, my main thing was my defense, my off-hitter defense. I've never been a strong off-hitter defense person. It's actually it's hard to play off-hitter because it's so short, and if a power ball is coming at you, it's hard to not overpass it. So that was definitely something I focused on, my serve receive and that, but also just not playing tentative and swinging at the ball, because I know I can swing and I know I can put the ball down, but sometimes I get very nervous and I do my little high roll balls, and I know that if I swing, I have a better chance at getting a kill than these loopty balls. So that's definitely what I've been working on in the off season. Definitely having Coach Maloof coach me was, again, in this club season, was very helpful, because he also knew that that's what I struggled on, and he pushed me to get better at those things.
I talked with Amber about this too. I'm always just astonished. Coach Maloof never gives himself enough credit, but this guy he's an incredible volleyball mind. Just talk to me what it's like to be coached under him too, one of his practices, and what it's like just to be under a Coach Maloof.
So Coach Maloof is by far the best coach I have ever had in my 10 years of playing volleyball. It's just his energy, and he wants to win, and he shows that, and he'll do anything it takes to win. But at the same time, he's helped me so much and build my confidence and my athletic ability. And I think that's how I've gotten so far in these 2 years, from when he came my sophomore year to now my senior year. And I give so much credit to him, because he doesn't give enough credit to himself. But this team, I don't think we have the capability, but he's the one that constantly pushes. We're always trying to be up at the top, the highest potential that we can be in practice, because the practice normally sets the tone for the game. And if you have a bad practice, you're not going to play as strong in a game. But if you have a really good practice, you're going to play stronger in a game, because that day before, we just work on things that we need for that game. He does a lot of scouting. It's probably one of his favorite things to do, and is come back with all this information for us. And he works that into the week leading up to the games. So I would just say having him as a coach has been such a blessing. Like I never thought like I would be able to have such an amazing, strong, winning coach because I love to win. I hate to lose. And like he's the same exact way. So I think that's why I built such a strong connection to him.
You girls and this team, I mean, with under his tenure, you guys are making all kinds of noise right now. I think you're no doubt one of the favorites going into tournament time. Talk it to me though. You talk about your whole experience, sophomore to senior year. Let's talk about some of these younger players that are no doubt looking up to you and looking up to this team and saying, "Wow, I want to be a part of something like this one day too." What's advice you'd give to those younger players too about getting to where you are right now and experiencing the success you're experiencing?
My biggest advice would definitely be to just like take it all in and like focus on what you need to focus on. But also, if you get thrown into a new spot that you've never played before, it's actually very beneficial for you. Like my freshman year, I was a middle. My sophomore year, I was a right side, and now I'm an outside. And I feel like having that versatility helped me get all those college looks. Um, and just like being open to playing new positions definitely helped me to be stronger hitter in general, a stronger player, a stronger teammate. And just like I said, embrace it. It goes by really fast, and you just want to take it in, take it each day at a time, enjoy the crowds. The energy that you feel, especially when you're at Hoban, is something like so special. So definitely that. But also, if you're nervous, like you have people behind you to pick you up and encourage you.
I know Coach Maloof and really any coach isn't a big fan of looking ahead, but we are going to look a little bit ahead to at graduation after Hoban. What does life look like for Skylar Schmidt? Anything in the plans right now?
So I'm going to be attending the University of Mount Union to play volleyball. And my goal is to study biochemistry with a minor in mathematics on the pre-med track. So they have an early assurance program there at Mount Union. So my goal is to get accepted into that, and then I'll have direct acceptance into neomed. And I really want to be an orthopedic surgeon just because I love working with kids. So I want to probably do like the sports side of orthopedics. I love sports. I've always known I wanted to go into the medical field since I was a little kid, but now it's like getting real, and like I've really been thinking, and I really love just working with kids and still being able to do that after. And I will also be attending with my best friend Ava Norton, who will also be on the volleyball team, and we'll be rooming together. So it's just gonna be. I'm so excited. I don't want to like focus ahead, but at the same time, like I have so much stuff to look forward to after Hoban too.
Definitely. It's something you keep in the subconscious too. And I mean, it's also helps that when you have friends there too. Having Ava Norton there, no doubt is gonna be awesome for you as well. What made you go to Mount Union though? I mean, I remember when you dropped it on social media, and I know you were getting looks from a few colleges too. What made Mount Union feel like home? What made it feel like this is gonna be my next 4 years?
So the thing that made me choose Mount Union was not only definitely the pre-assurance was the number one factor for sure, but at the same time, I just the family feeling, it felt just like I do coming into Hoban each day. And that's really what the most important thing was for me. It wasn't about, yes, I wanted them to have a great volleyball team, a great coach, but at the same time, I wanted to feel like I was home every single day because it will be the first time I'm away from home because I'll live on campus. So definitely that. But at the same time, the girls, when I visited there, and I love their coach. Their coach is one of the nicest people. She actually, Coach Maloof knows her. I can't remember the direct connection, but he knows everyone.
Yeah, of course.
But it was just like going there and just seeing how everyone treated each other, and the volleyball team and the volleyball program is also very strong too. And so that's how I knew like, yes, I also visited a couple other places, and I just didn't feel like I did when I went to Mount Union. Mount Union was my first visit back last year in the fall. And then I visited a couple more places, and I just knew that Mount Union was going to be my next 4 years.
You talked about your major too, and no doubt it's going to come with a lot of study time as well. But no doubt, I mean, you're a great student in the classroom right now. How do you balance the academic with the athletic life and find ways to be successful in both?
Well, definitely for sure. I've been so blessed to have so many amazing teachers who are understanding. And if I'm struggling in something, like I take the time to go before school because I can't really go after school, but I go before school. I go during my study hall. Definitely the balancing and is hard, but at the same time, I have a lot of people in my corner that are willing to help me. But also, I've never found it to be such a struggle that I have to stop with volleyball. I've always been able to do the double. And I think I'm not a big like procrastinator or anything. I like to get things done. I love school. I love math and science. Those are my two favorite subjects. So definitely that, and just leaning on those teachers too have definitely helped me. I have so many strong connections with all my teachers. I've been known to be the teacher's pet. um, but so definitely being able to make those strong connections with all of them has been so helpful in my journey here.
Being a teacher's pet isn't a bad thing, even though there
No.
might be a little bit of a stigma. That's not a bad thing at all. Skylar, before I let you go, too, I want to give you that chance to put the spotlight on anybody else that's kind of helped you in this journey. Shout out some people you want to give some love to and some people you think deserve a little recognition.
Well, for one, definitely my parents. My parents have been such a light in my life. My 17 years here on earth, they have sacrificed so much for me to get to me where I am today. The constant weekends they've had to take to go travel for JO. Some days they would have to take off work, and I'm very grateful for that. And seeing how hard they pushed me in my future, like to get me to where I am today, like especially in academics, like they really pushed me, and same thing in sports. So that has definitely helped me. I would also like to shout out my coach from third grade. I think I shouted her out last time, Mrs. Kirko. She was my first ever volleyball coach, and she really showed me the potential I have even in third grade. Like you're just sending free balls over the net, but she was such an amazing coach, and she helped like put that light on volleyball for me. And lastly, I would like to shout out my most favorite teacher, Mrs. Besessi. She is the one who I can go to for anything. Whenever I'm struggling, I can go to her to have a good laugh, a good cry even. She's always there for me, and she's helped me through like some of the hardest parts of my life. So that's the last person I would love to shout out. Oh, and my whole team. Love my team, and especially Ava Norton. Like I said, my best friend to grow old with her. I want to be by her side. All the struggles in my life. So
Well, Skylar, we are so rooting for you. We're rooting for the entire Knights volleyball team. You guys are one of the most exciting teams we have on the network, and I know you guys have some unfinished business come tournament time, and we're rooting for you hardcore all the way. And no doubt excited to see what you girls are able to do at come tournament time and even beyond that as well after you graduate, Hoban.
yes, I'm super excited. Super excited.
This has been a first edition of Player Profile with the senior outside hitter for Hoban, Skylar Schmidt.